Here on Monday's video report, I gave you a free play on Ohio State and Oregon under which won, and of course is my best bet. Nothing better than ending a college football season with a winner, as I cashed with Ohio State the 6-point dog outright. And here on the video, and also if you happen to get my play yesterday when I broke down the game, I told you the key in that contest was going to be the fact that Ohio State had to come out and establish a run. That Urban Meyer was no dummy. He realized his best defense was actually keeping the Oregon offense off the field as much as possible, which also kept his defense rested. And you saw Ezekiel Elliott last night, just a phenomenal game, third straight game, over 200 yards rushing, and he really was the MVP for the Buckeyes. Listen, the quarterback played well too, but it was really the ground game that was the difference. But it is amazing to me, and if you watch that game, how it stayed under the total. I mean, you talk about sheer luck going our way. And as you know, yesterday, Scott Delaney had another 100-dime max wager release, which I gave you as a discounted play yesterday. 100-dime play, you got the total for just $19 as he improved to 76, 47, and 2 with those 100-dime max wager releases over the past 3 years in all sports. But when you consider that Oregon came out there and the Ducks were flying, it only took them, 2 minutes and 29 seconds to score their first touchdown? But then everything came our way if you happen to be on the under in that contest. You had Oregon in the first half, late in the first half, having to settle for a field goal when they were knocking on the doorsteps at the 4-yard line. You had Oregon unable to convert in the second half, settling once more for a field goal. You had Ohio State with 4 turnovers, a couple that were drive killers, and the game magically stayed under the total. But the side play, well, not only did I have Ohio State last night, but props going out to Matt Rivers. What a great 3-day run. And yesterday, you got his national title blank check, waive the rating release on the Buckeyes as the half-price play of the day. And today, you're going to get the second ever NBA blank check, waive the rating play in his 11-plus years here at the site as the half-price play of the day as well. It's your 9:05 Eastern Time tip-off between Golden State and Utah. Remember, hit his first ever NBA blank checker just this past Sunday. That's what I mean. It was a great weekend for Matt when he gave you the Atlanta Hawks, a 4-point favorite, destroying Washington by 31 points, and that was off his third ever college basketball blank checker. On Saturday, Davidson, a 14-point favorite, destroying St. Louis by 35 points. You got those plays at substantial discounts. You know you're going to get today's at a substantial discount as well. Half price, in fact. The coupon code is simply HALF, H-A-L-F. Can't make it any easier than that. All your other promos, etc., are over on the homepage. Let's get to your free selections here tonight. Coming off the under last night, let's first turn to the NBA. Listen, I know the Atlanta Hawks are a monstrous favorite at Philadelphia, and I know the public has bet this game already up, moving the Hawks from an 11-point number to 12.5, even some 13s. But why not lay it with the Hawks? I mean, seriously, why not? All the team has done is gone 14-4 against the spread on the road. All they've done is gone on a 22-2 roll, and surprisingly get it done with a tough defense. Listen, and I say that surprisingly because any team that can afford to start Kyle Korver and still has a good defense shocks the hell out of me. But the Hawks are giving up just 93.3 points a game during this 22-2 roll, which includes 8 straight road wins. They've won 5 straight in the series by an average of 16.6 points a game. They won the first meeting this season, December 10th, 95-79. Yes, they start a 4-game road trip tonight. But it's no big look-ahead game. They've got the Celtics tomorrow night. I think that's a spot that you have to be particularly careful because they conclude the 4-day trip with games at Toronto and Chicago. So the Celtics game tomorrow, I think, is a prime look-ahead. Tonight, it's just a matter of coming out and hammering somebody once more. Yeah, the Sixers have won 3 of their last 4 games, but they're averaging like 89 points in that stretch. They're a horrible shooting team, so I've got to go and lay the points with Atlanta in this particular spot. I'm going to go with the Dallas Mavericks. Minus the 5 points at Sacramento. You know, the Mavericks had been rolling, and then suddenly the bottom of the ship fell out. 20-point blowout loss to the Clippers on Saturday. That was preceded by a 13-point home loss to the Pistons on Wednesday. Before that, they had reeled off 6 straight wins. Rajon Rondo really struggling here. 2 for 24 from the field. Now, he's not a great shooter to begin with, as we all know, but 2 for 24 from the field in those losses. But Mavericks have won 9 of the last 6 in the series, 19 of the last 21, 35 out of 42 meetings they have taken going all the way back to 2003. They won the season's first meeting 106-98 on November 11th. It wasn't that easy. They had to overcome a 24-point first half deficit, but they have been a good road chalk. And I just think that this is a spot you got to look for Dallas to rebound. They're 26-13 against the spread on the highway, laying points over the past 2+ seasons. So I'll go with them and lay the 5 here in this spot. And finally, I'm going to go with VCU in what's going to be a tough game for VCU. An Atlantic 10 game in Rhode Island. Both teams, the Rams, just dawned on me, they're both nicknamed the Rams. So we won't be using that in this analysis. Both Rams, both pairs of Rams, are off to 3-0 starts in league play. VCU is 3-1 in true road games, 2-1 in neutral court games. Has by far played a tougher schedule. Yes, the Rams have won 6 in a row, but who the hell did they beat? Duquesne, Fordham, St. Louis, Brown, Detroit Mercy, Delaware State. I mean, does this sound like Murderer's Row to you? Meanwhile, VCU has won 8 in a row. I know Rhode Island is 7 at home, and I know both of these teams like to apply the pressure defensively. I just think VCU has been there. It's done it, has more experience, has a little more offensive firepower as well. And I'm not impressed with the way Rhode Island won its last 2 games, 61-60 at Duquesne, 68-65 over Fordham. I mean, it's nice to be 3-0 in league play, but those are the cupcake games that you should be blowing people out. And they didn't. So I'm going to lay the 3.5 with VCU as your final free selection. That'll do it, guys. Best of luck to y'all, and I will catch you again on Wednesday when we do this one more time.